Why is my Monstera losing leaves? Have you noticed your Monstera dropping leaves and wondered if something is wrong? Seeing healthy leaves fall from your favorite plant can be frustrating. After spending weeks or even months caring for your Monstera, it's natural to worry when leaves suddenly begin to turn yellow and drop, or even fall while they're still green. The good news is that leaf loss does not always mean your Monstera is dying. In many cases, falling leaves are simply a sign that your plant is under stress or that it needs a small adjustment in its care. In this video, we'll look at the most common reasons why Monstera plants lose leaves and how you can help your plants stay healthy. 1. Natural aging. The first thing to remember is that not every falling leaf is a problem. As Monsteras grow, older leaves naturally age. The plant directs its energy toward producing new leaves, and eventually some of the oldest leaves turn yellow, dry out, and fall off. If only one or two older leaves near the bottom of the plant are dropping while new leaves continue to grow, this is completely normal. There is usually no need to worry. However, if several leaves begin falling at the same time, it's worth looking for another cause. Number 2. Overwatering. One of the most common reasons Monstera leaves fall is overwatering. When the soil stays wet for too long, the roots cannot get enough oxygen. Over time, root rot may develop, making it difficult for the plant to absorb water and nutrients. As a result, the leaves begin turning yellow before eventually falling off. Other signs of overwatering include wet soil for several days, soft stems, yellow leaves, a bad smell coming from the pot. To avoid this problem, always let the top layer of soil dry before watering again, and make sure your pot has proper drainage. For 3. Underwatering. Not giving your Monstera enough water can also lead to leaf loss. When the plant becomes too dry, it tries to conserve moisture by shedding older leaves. You may notice dry soil, curled leaves, brown leaf edges, slow growth. The best solution is to water deeply whenever the soil begins to dry, rather than giving small amounts of water too frequently. A consistent watering routine is much healthier than alternating between very dry and very wet soil. Number 4. Not enough light. Light plays an important role in keeping Monstera leaves healthy. Although Monsteras tolerate lower light better than many houseplants, they grow best in bright, indirect light. If the plant receives too little light for a long period, it may begin dropping older leaves because it cannot produce enough energy to support all of its growth. You might also notice smaller new leaves, long, weak stems, slower growth. Moving your Monstera closer to a bright window can often improve its overall health. Sudden environmental changes. Monsteras prefer stable conditions. If you recently moved the plant to another room, repotted it, or brought it home from a garden center, it may experience temporary stress. During this adjustment period, some leaves may turn yellow or fall. This is often called transplant or environmental shock. Fortunately, healthy Monsteras usually recover once they adapt to their new surroundings. Try not to move your plant too often, and give it time to settle into one location. Number 6. Temperature and humidity. Stress Monsteras grow naturally in warm, humid tropical forests. Cold drafts, hot air from heaters, or very dry indoor air can stress the plant. When environmental conditions become uncomfortable, leaf loss may occur. To help your Monstera thrive, keep temperatures stable. Avoid placing it near air conditioning or heating vents. Increase humidity if your home is very dry. A comfortable environment helps reduce stress and encourages healthy growth. Number 7. Pest problems. Sometimes the problem is much smaller than you think. Tiny pests such as spider mites, mealybugs, or thrips feed on the plant by sucking sap from the leaves. Over time, this weakens the plant and may cause leaves to yellow, curl, or fall. Inspect your Monstera regularly, especially the undersides of the leaves. Early detection makes pest problems much easier to control. How to prevent leaf loss. If your Monstera is losing leaves, don't panic. Instead, check these important factors. Is the soil too wet or too dry? Is the plant getting enough light? Has it recently been moved? Are there signs of pests? Is the room too cold or too dry? By carefully observing your plant, you can usually identify the problem before serious damage occurs. Remember that healthy Monsteras do not lose many leaves at once. If your plant is dropping multiple leaves quickly, it's time to investigate the cause. Final thoughts. Leaf loss is your Monstera's way of telling you that something isn't quite right. Sometimes it's completely natural, especially when older leaves reach the end of their life. Other times, it's a signal that your watering routine, lighting, humidity, or growing conditions need a few adjustments. The key is not to panic or make too many changes at once. Observe your plant carefully, correct the most likely cause, and give it time to recover. With patience and proper care, your Monstera can grow healthy new leaves and continue becoming the beautiful tropical plant you enjoy. Thank you for watching Plants Every Day. If you found this video helpful, be sure to explore our Monstera Plant Care complete guide playlist for more easy tips and practical advice for growing healthy indoor plants.